Hey guys, how you going? I hope you're all doing really well and welcome back to another video. In today's video we're going to be doing a beginner's handstand workout routine. All you're going to need in terms of equipment is going to be a chair or a stool which comes up somewhere between your knee and your hip, but you'll be able to work out as we go along something that works for you in your home. Other than that, you're just going to need your body. We're going to start with some stretches, so let's get straight on into it. Alright, we're just going to start with some nice easy wrist stretches. So we're going to jump up into a tabletop position. Hands are going to come down beneath your shoulders, knees beneath your hips, nice neutral spine. And with straight arms, we're just going to start by taking our shoulders over our wrists, leaning forwards, just to whatever's comfortable for you. With wrist stretching, there really is no right or wrong, it's just whatever is feeling good for you at the time. If you find that you don't have a lot of mobility or flexibility in your wrists, wrist stretches are going to be really good for you, and over time you'll notice there'll be a lot of improvement. But very important to warm up, especially during calisthenics and handstanding in particular. It's a small joint, we don't want to injure it, so take the care, take the time to really put those wrist stretches in. Alright, we're going to turn our fingers out to the side. And we're going to move from side to side, keeping those arms straight, leaning over the wrist. Now just do whatever feels right for you, so you might want to take some small circles. Just make sure, if you do, at some point you switch direction. We've got about 15 more seconds, so maybe switch direction now. And they can get bigger, smaller, again, just whatever's right for you. You can even bring your wrists a little bit closer together and go from side to side. Nice work. Now we're going to bring those fingers to face our knees, so facing backwards. And we're actually going to sit back towards our heels. And if you want, you can start to lift your palms off the floor. If you start to bend your arms, you'll feel that stretch even more in your wrists. I have quite good wrist flexibility, so if you're looking at me thinking, seems a little strange, that's because I kind of have hypermobility in my wrists. So don't necessarily expect to be able to stretch them as far as me, although it should feel nice, like it shouldn't be painful at all. Awesome work. The last one we're going to do is we're actually going to bring the tops of our hands down onto the ground, fingers facing towards you, and again you're just going to lean back. Don't lean back too far, just to wherever's comfortable. We don't want to injure ourselves and we don't want to push it too far. We just want to feel that nice stretch. Awesome. A few more seconds here, nice deep breath. Breathe out. Good work. Alright, I'm just going to sit back on those heels. I'm just going to roll those wrists out real quick. So if you just form a fist with your right hand, you're just going to put your thumb and your index finger in between the base of the thumb and your wrist joint. You should be able to feel like a little bit of a gap. Put it in there and squeeze. I'm just going to roll your wrist a little bit in both directions. Nice. And let go. Just shake it out a little bit. Should feel quite nice, that one. And then form a fist with your left hand, thumb and index finger. Come around, and again, pinching. Just going to roll that wrist around. Nice work. This is like one of my favorite stretches. Awesome. And then release. Also brings a bit more synovial fluid back into that joint as well, so it's a really nice feeling, very regenerative. Alright, perfect. Wrist stretch is done, let's move on into some work. Okay, from there we're going to move into a downward facing dog. So you're going to come up onto your toes, shoot your bum up into the air. From here you want to try and push your heels down to the ground. You can paddle your feet a little bit. And really just want to get a bit of a stretch, warm up through the backs of the legs, warm up through the side body. So wrap your triceps down, push the ground away with your hands, head's just in between your arms. Really push your tailbone up towards the ceiling. You can bend your legs if you want to get a bit deeper into the shoulders. Just paddle the legs a little bit more. Just do whatever feels nice for you. Couple more seconds. Nice work. Now we're going to roll forward into a plank. So you're going to have your shoulders stacked above your hands. You're going to be nice and long, so you want to think nice long line from your head all the way to your heels. If this is too difficult, you can drop to your knees. Just maintain that nice long line and keep those shoulders stacked. You don't want to come too far forward. You don't want to come too far back either. And we're going to stay here for 30 seconds. So we're going to jump up into that plank now. So up we come. 30 seconds here. So you really want to think about engaging your core. So knitting those ribs together, pulling your belly button in, engaging all the muscles, pushing the ground away with your hands. I want you to start protracting the shoulder blades, so pulling those shoulder blades away from each other. Keep everything nice and strong. Squeeze your glutes, your butt, squeeze your inner thighs together. 5 more seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. From here, we're not going down yet. We're going to tap our right hand to our left toes, come back into that plank, and then our left hand to our right toes. Just a bit of an additional stretch here. We're going for 8 in total. So 4 on each side, so 2 more on each side. Left, right, really push back. And last ones, nice work. All right, knees come down. We're gonna have a little rest here. So we've got a few seconds rest. We're gonna stretch out a little bit. You can move around, stand up if you need to. And we're gonna repeat that again. So we're gonna do a 30-second plank, and then we're gonna do 8 tap backs, just to really feel that stretch down the side body and warm up the body a little bit more. All right, so we're gonna add another 10 seconds here. Don't forget, when you're in that plank, we're gonna start working on protracting our shoulder blades together. Protracting our shoulder blades apart. So we're going to push the ground away, almost rounding our back. All right, we're going to come back up into that plank again. So let's set ourselves up. Hands underneath your shoulders. Let's go. So we're going to really pull those shoulder blades apart, almost arching your back. Tuck that tailbone under. Core in nice and strong. Pull that belly in. Don't forget to breathe. So nice, big, deep breaths in. And out. Nice. Keep going. We've got about 10 seconds left. And then we're going to go into those tap backs. So 8 in total, 4 on each side. In 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. 2, 3, 4, halfway. 5, 6, 7, and 8. Nice work. Knees come down and we rest. So when you're coming into those tap backs, try to get your butt up nice and high. Really feel that stretch all the way down the back of your legs and down your side body as well, all down here. We've got about 10 more seconds and we're going to go, this is the last time we're going to do it, so 30-second plank, 8 tap backs. Are we ready? Let's set ourselves up. We've got about 5 seconds. 2 and 1. Let's go. So push that ground away, round your back, belly in, squeeze your butt, your glutes, thighs squeeze together, stay nice and strong, really push away. Awesome work, keep it going. We've got about 10 more seconds here, you've got this, come on, keep pushing through. In 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, we're going into those tap backs, let's go. When you come forward, come into your full plank. Keep that tailbone tucked. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, last one, and 8. Nice work. Knees come down. Awesome. Shake it off. Give it a little bit of a wiggle, and we're going to go on to our next exercise. Okay, so the next exercise we're going to do is scapular push-ups. So we're going to be targeting the serratus anterior muscle. So just try to think about this area on your ribs. It connects your ribs to your scapula. So just this area here we're thinking about. There's a couple of different progressions. So to start with, we're going to come into a tabletop position. Hands are going to be directly underneath your shoulders, and your knees are going to be directly underneath your hips. And you want a nice neutral spine, so you don't want to be tucking your tailbone too far under, and you don't want to be arching your back like this either. So you just want to stay nice and neutral. And from here, you're going to sink your chest down in between your arms. This feels a little bit weird to start with, but it gets easier over time. The main thing is you want to keep your arms straight, so you don't want to bend your arms with your chest. You just want to sink your chest down, bring your shoulder blades together at the back, and then we're going to move up, push out, pull those shoulder blades apart, almost arching your back, but keeping those arms straight. And really, again, focusing on that muscle here. So just think about pushing up through the side body and focusing on the ribs here. So you're going to push up, and then we're going to, that's 1 rep, and you're going to go back down, sink your chest down, keep those arms straight, and then come up again, really pushing the ground away as much as possible. So that's your first modification. Second one is just to come out into what we would call a modified push-up position. So you're going to be on your knees, staying nice and long. Everything else stays the same. Arms are straight, chest comes down, and then you're going to push up, pull those shoulder blades apart. And the last option is to be up on your toes in a push-up position. Squeeze everything nice and tight, sink your chest down, push up. Again, thinking about this muscle here, serratus. We're going to just do 8 reps for 3 sets, so I'll count with you. So pick the option that's right for you. You can always make it easier as we go along if you start to get tired, or you can make it harder if you think it's not challenging enough. So pick the option that you think is right for you, and we're going to go for 8 nice clean reps. So let's jump into it. So you're going to sink that chest down, keep those arms straight, core is strong, push up, pull shoulder blades apart. That's 1, down, 2, 3, so breathe in on the way down, out on the way up, 4, 5, sink that chest down, 6, 7, last one, big push, hold at the top, awesome work, knees come down, have a quick rest, shake it out, you probably feel it in your shoulders as well, on the top of your back, maybe even in your wrists and your forearms if you're new to this. But it's a fantastic exercise and it helps with so many different exercises, even things like pull-ups will be really beneficial for, and dips as well, and L-sits, so many things. Alright, we've got about another 10 seconds, we're going to go for another 8 reps. So if that was too easy, pick the next modification up. If you found that you were too challenged and you couldn't get those last couple of reps, you can drop it back down. We'll set ourselves up, we're going for 8 reps again. Nice deep breath, let's go. So chest comes down, push up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, don't forget to keep that core nice and tight, 6, 7, last one, 8. Nice work, knees come down, shake it out. We've got about 20-second rest here, and we're going to go for our last set. Again, don't forget to think about the muscle that we are focusing on. Try to focus on that mind-muscle connection, but you will feel it in other areas as well, so that's okay. Okay, are we ready? We've got about 5 seconds. Let's set ourselves up. This is the last set. And here we go. Chest down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, big protraction, 7, last one, hold it at the top, keep those shoulder blades apart, push, 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 3, 2, and 1, nice work. Alright, knees come down, shake it off, have a little rest. You're going to need to grab your stool or your chair for the next one. Okay, let's get into some actual handstanding. So the idea with these exercises are that we're going to emulate what it's like to be upside down while still supporting some of our body weight through either our knees or our toes. So what's going to happen is we're going to do each exercise for 30 seconds. We're going to hold it for 30 seconds in a static pose, really working on all the different things we want to focus on in a handstand. And I'll be talking you through them as we do it, but that's going to be hands, wrists, forearms, shoulders, you name it, the whole shebang. So I'm going to start with the first progression, and that's going to be using my knees. For the second round, I'm going to be doing it in a slightly more advanced option, and then the third round, we're going to do it even more advanced. So for you, the option is always going to be there. If you do the first option with your knees and you find that's challenging enough, then that's where I want you to stay for the next 2 rounds. You're just going to complete the 30 seconds in that pose. If you find it's not challenging enough, then you can jump up onto the next modification, and so on. Obviously, the more you do this video, the more you'll be able to take the more advanced option, and in the future there'll be a part 2 where we'll actually get you handstanding against the wall, although wait till the end of this video and there will be an opportunity for it. Alright, so initially you guys are just going to watch. I'm just going to quickly show you how to get into the first position. So you're going to grab your stool and you're going to face away from it, and we're going to bring one knee up and then the other knee, hands come down to the floor. And all you're going to do is walk your hands in as close as you can possibly get to that stool. Knees come in nice and close. So you're in a tucked handstand. So we're going to try and imagine that we're in a handstand. You want to think about bringing your hips over your hands as much as possible. So that's how we get in, and then to get out, just walk your hands forward. One foot comes down and then the next foot. So we're going to hold this for 30 seconds once we're in position. So let's set ourselves up. So come bring one knee up. Hands come down to the ground, other knee comes up. Might not be the most graceful, but that's totally fine. You're going to walk your hands in, knees come in nice and tight, point your toes up towards the ceiling, and we start now. So, what I want you to think about is your ears are going to be between your arms, so your head is nice and neutral. Hips are going to push up, so tailbone right up towards the sky. Forearms are going to wrap around forward, so triceps wrap back. And I want you to think about pushing the ground away, so pushing up to those scapulas that we were using before. We've got 10 more seconds, take some nice deep breaths, keep pushing the ground away. In 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice work. I'm going to walk those hands out, one foot comes down, other foot. I'm just going to shake it out, shake those arms, shake your legs, whatever you need to do. I'm just going to quickly show you while you guys have a rest, the next option. So this time it's the same thing, but you're going to be on your toes instead. So feet are going to come onto the stool. You're going to walk your hands back, and you're going to be up in this pike position. So you have the option of being in that tucked handstand, or you can come up onto your toes, try that. If you find it too challenging, just drop back onto your knees. Alright, are we ready? Let's get into position, pick the option that's right for you. Hands come down to the floor. We walk back. And we start now. So if you're in this position on your toes, you want to think about getting your hips as much as possible over your shoulders. You want to be stacked and lined, wrists, shoulders and hips. It is a very challenging move, so don't worry if it's difficult. Make sure you breathe. Push the ground away, grip with your hands, push through your fingers. We've got 5 more seconds. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice work. Walk it forwards. One foot comes down, other foot, and shake it out. Okay, so I've just changed the angle to show you this one because we're actually going to use the wall. So what we're going to do is stand facing the wall, and you're going to stretch your leg out in front of you. You want to be about a leg's distance away from the wall. And then we're going to turn around, face away. Hands are going to come down to the ground. We're going to step our feet up onto the wall. And then you're going to walk out so your hips are stacked above your shoulders. And from here, everything else is the same. We're going to push through, engage the scapula, wrap your triceps back, and push the ground away and stay here. Alright. Alright, let's jump into position. I'm just going to hold this here. A bit more challenging. Make sure you do all the same things. So grip the floor with your hands. Squeeze your shoulders, push through, wrap your triceps back. Core stays nice and tight. Engage through the scapulas, push through. 5 more seconds to go. In 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice work. Feet come down and shake it out. Okay guys, this is going to be a little optional challenge at the end for those of us who want to actually get into a handstand. We're going to be doing a chest to wall handstand, or as close as possible to it. So don't be too hard on yourselves if this is hard, because it is a hard exercise. But I just thought I'd throw it in so you can test yourselves, and over time as you repeat this video, you should see some progress, which will feel amazing. So I'll quickly show you what we're going to do, and we're going to hold this for 40 seconds. So a decent hold. If you find that 40 seconds isn't long enough, then feel free to extend it as long as you like. So to start with, you're going to need yourself a wall. We're going to step up onto the wall, hands are then going to come down to the floor, and we're going to walk ourselves up the wall. So if this is where you're comfortable, that's fine, but I want you to think about pushing the floor away and really pushing through those scapulas that we keep talking about. If possible, we're going to come as close as we can to the wall. Point your toes, always super important with a handstand, and we're going to stay here. To get out of this, you can either walk the way we came, or you can twist out to the side and just step your foot down. Depends on the space and depends on what you're comfortable with. But again, the option's there for you. All right, for those who are joining me, are we ready? 40 seconds here. We're going to put our hands down onto the floor. Let's walk ourselves up the wall. Get into position. And time starts now. So point those toes, push up through the scapulas, put the pressure through your hands, through your fingertips. So you want to really spread the weight out in the entire area of your palm and your fingertips. Pull the forearms together, triceps wrap back, push through the scapula, course those tight, hollow body position, tuck your tailbone in. Nice work guys, keep it going. Not too long to go, we've got about 15 seconds. Choking on my necklace here. Keep pushing, do not start to collapse yet, we've still got a few more seconds to go. In 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, pick your option, walk your hands back out, or you can bring your feet down to the side. Shake it out. Shake out those wrists, because you're probably feeling in your wrists quite a bit. All right guys, that's what I've got for you. I hope you enjoyed that workout. Well done on completing it. If you'd like to see a part 2 where we advance those skills a little bit more, then please let me know. I love filming these sort of things, so you can drop me a comment and give me a thumbs up and I will know to do so. If you did try this workout, I would love to see your progress, so you can always head over to Instagram and send me a message over there or tag me in your workout. I love to talk to you guys and chat to you over there. Otherwise, I hope you enjoyed this video. I will catch you guys in the next one. Have an amazing day.